Okay. Hi there, it's Kim Willis again. Another little one of these calls, a little Facebook Live call. Okay, this is my second one for the week. And yesterday I said I'd probably bring my guitar. I'll have my guitar here. The guitar's a bit rusty at the moment, but because I haven't used it for a couple of years, haven't played at all for a couple of years. But this guitar, this little baby, I've had it for more than 30 years. In fact, my wife, my late wife, but my wife bought it for me for my birthday. So I've had it ever since. And actually, I think it's quite a good prop for the topic. The topic is called "Take Off Your Rose-Colored Glasses." All right, and I'll show you how I'll link the guitar story with this business story, because I think a lot of marketers, particularly marketers, they often wear rose-colored glasses when it comes to evaluating potential customers and evaluating potential team members and that sort of thing. And I can tell you, it can be an absolute wealth killer. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. This is Kim Willis, as I said. I'm here in the wilds of Cambodia in a city called Phnom Penh, and it's the capital city. It's a bit of a crazy town. I call it the Wild East. The Wild East. You've heard of the Wild West. This is the Wild East. And although where I live, I'm in the inner city area, and it's actually, despite the fact that I'm in a red light district, it's actually quite tame most of the time. But I don't go out late at night and all the rest of it. But I've been a digital nomad for several years now. Originally, I thought I just wanted to explore the world for a year, and then I'll come home. And here I am. Well, it's 5 years. 5 years later, I'm still exploring the world. I can't believe it. But of course, having the ability to generate income online makes it all possible. Very grateful for the internet, that's for sure. Now, who have we got? Michael coming in. There's Michael again. Saw you yesterday. Great, mate. Good to see you again. Dwa Anderson. Hi, Swa. Get it right. Alga. Hi, Alga. Seen you before. Ray. Hi, Ray. Sorry for messing up your name yesterday on a personal message. That was just a little typo. Rachel, hi Rachel. Raquel, that'd be more like it, wouldn't it? Jean, hi Jean, my good friend Jean. Who else have we got here? All right. Oh, yeah, some up here. I'll scroll up. Judith, I have not seen you for quite a while. Olga, we did that. James Janet Witter, and Susan Burgess. All right. Well, that's great. That's great. Tamara Lay. Hi, Tamara. Joseph Capostagno. I probably didn't get that right, but I'm sure you'll forgive me for that. So yeah, so what the point of the story is this. The message is take off your rose-colored glasses. And indeed, when I was a young guy, I think I was wearing rose-colored glasses when it came to my opinion of myself as a budding jazz guitarist, okay? I thought I was pretty good. And my school friends said I was pretty good, really good. In fact, one of them got me in to see one of Australia's greatest jazz guitarists for an audition, and he ended up offering me a job. But after due consideration, I decided that I don't think I was really as good as I thought I was. And for me to carve out a career in a very precarious industry such as playing jazz, was a very big ask. And so the practical gene that I think my family has embedded in me took over my practical gene and said, nah, I think you better go into the world of commerce, all right? So I took off my rose-colored glasses, and I think that was the best decision. I think it was a good decision, because although artistically it would have been very satisfying being a successful musician, financially speaking, not so good. It's a very precarious existence. So, but I was wearing my rose-colored glasses for many years, And I was very serious about it. My school suffered. My school studies suffered. It got to the point where I was like, even during the school day, during the school year, I was practicing 4 hours a day in the evenings when I was supposed to be doing homework. And on school vacation time, it was like 6, 7, 8 hours a day. That's how serious I was, So it was good in that sense. I learned a lot of disciplines as a young guy, as a teenager, and I think I've retained most of those disciplines since then. Now let's translate this to the world of business, and particularly to the world of sales and marketing. I work with people. I mentor people. Sometimes in the past I've built teams. Big teams as well. And one of the things that I've noticed is that quite often when it comes to talking to prospects, talking to leads, talking to people that might be suitable to join their business or buy their product or whatever it happens to be, often they're wearing rose-colored glasses. What's that mean? Well, they put an artificial sheen on the prospect. And when a little dose of reality sometimes might help. They put an artificial sheen on the prospect. And this is not a negative talk. This is a very positive talk. This is a very positive message. But sometimes we have to be real. We have to get real. And sometimes what we're doing is we're sort of taking this square peg and we're trying to fit it into this round hole. Okay, and we wonder why. People either are not joining, or if they do join, they don't do anything, and particularly if it's a network marketing business. If you've got a more traditional business where you're just in the business of selling products and services, same point. The same point applies. That if we're constantly trying to fit the round peg into the square hole, or the square peg into the round hole, it's probably not going to work out. They're either not going to do business with you in the first place, or if they do, they're not going to be very happy campers. They're not going to be. And it's all because we were targeting the wrong people, talking to the wrong people. And quite often what I've noticed with people that I've been working with, and even now I've got this situation happening with a few people that I'm working closely with, they're spending way too much time with the wrong people, talking to the wrong people, the people who cannot afford their product or service, the people who attitudinally are not a good fit. Maybe they've got kind of negative disposition. They're just not a good fit. So they're spending like 80% of their time talking to the wrong people, and only 20% of the time talking to the right people. If it's that much. With some of them, I think it's probably even less. So I think it's a very simple message, but it needs to be brought home time and time again. Why? Because so many marketers, particularly those marketers who are struggling, are making this mistake, this fundamental mistake. Now, what are the reasons? What are the reasons why they're making this mistake? I'll get to that in a minute, but just let me see if there's any questions. Blah, blah. Tamara, did I say hi, Tamara? I think I did, yeah. Joseph, yeah, we did that. Kyle, there's my mate Kyle from Sydney, Australia. Jose, I hope I got that right. Jose. Anne, hi Anne. Great to see you. Anyone else? All right. If I've missed somebody, sorry about that. Now, yeah, so this rose-coloured glasses thing is quite a serious one for a lot of people. And so what I'm going to say, the first thing I'm going to say is, I'm going to ask the question, why do people do it? Why do people spend inordinate amounts of time talking to the wrong people? Now, one reason could be is just lack of awareness. They just don't understand basic marketing principles. That could be the reason. Fine, okay, I give you a free pass. Although I'd say, why don't you know? Why haven't you studied your topic? Why haven't you studied the marketing industry? Why don't you know? Why have you been doing this? Why have you been behaving like this for so long? And yet unaware of it, perhaps unaware of this core reality, this core principle. So, okay, I'll give you a free pass in one sense, but in another sense I say, well, ignorance is no excuse. Now, the other reason could be deeper. It could be more of a psychological reason, because what I've found, and believe me, I have gone through this process myself in years past when I wasn't feeling so good about myself. My self-esteem was very much on the low side, and the reason why I did it was because I wasn't threatened by those people. I felt they were below me a little bit sometimes, or maybe at my level, but not. But, or maybe just below my level, and I felt comfortable. I was looking for comfort, okay? And my low self-esteem at that time prevented me from reaching out to better quality people who perhaps had more financial resources to buy my product and do it properly. It prevented me. It was my low self-esteem. That was the thing that was holding me back. And to be honest with you, it held me back for many years. I had some ups and downs. I had some good times as well, don't get me wrong. But this was in the offline world, particularly in the offline world. So I had to kind of exercise those demons. I had to remove those demons and basically come to the point and say, hey, I am good enough. I'm good enough to talk to people at my level and above. I'm good enough to seek out people who maybe they're better than me, fine. But if I've got a good product, a good service, something good to offer them, they deserve to know about it anyway. They deserve to know about it. And if they don't like it, fine. I've done my best, So for me, I wasn't doing this. I wasn't wearing rose-colored glasses when I was looking at people because of lack of knowledge about marketing. I knew that quality is everything, but I kept doing it because of these blockages, these psychological, these mental constraints. So it doesn't matter which camp you're in. You listen to this little chat, this little 10-minute chat on Facebook Live. Okay, maybe it'll represent a little bit of a turning point for you. But you know that if people aren't buying your product, if people are not doing business with you, there's got to be a reason. And it could be that you're just talking to the wrong people. You're talking to the wrong people. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to confront if there's a mental roadblock, if there's some issue like that, it's like a self-esteem issue, got to confront it. Got to confront it. Get to the point. I always believe in shouting it out, giving it a shout out, expose it, talk about it, bring it out, flush it out, and often that can represent a kind of a cathartic experience. All right, and then. When you're feeling a little bit better about yourself, okay, what do you do next? Well, you make a determined effort, you come up with a plan. Basically, you're going to start targeting better quality people. So rather than talking to people in spammy groups, for instance, you might look for, if you're looking for people in Facebook groups, as an example, just an example, maybe you'll seek out people in better quality Facebook groups. Because quality attracts quality, doesn't it? Quality attracts quality. So maybe you'll do that. And then you start talking to better quality people, people who do have more likely to have the financial capacity to do business with you. And you start to kind of get comfortable about, about talking with those people. It may be uncomfortable if, let's say, you're talking to them on Messenger, as an example. It may be uncomfortable the first 10 times you do it, but then it starts to feel a bit better, starts to sit well with you, and before you know it, you're good at it. All right, that's all I did. I exposed the mental roadblock, number one, and number two, I come up with a plan. This is how I'm going to find these better quality people. And if you start doing that and you become effective in as a communicator, well, you might find, in fact, you could well find that you're having some great conversations with better quality people, people of like mind, and before you know it, one or two of those people are going to do business with you. So that's my thought, nice and quick for today. Take off your rose-colored glasses. It's so important. Now, I'll check to see if there's any questions before I close. I do have a little offer for you. Normally, it's a closed-door event only for my paid students, my paid members. But next week, I'm opening it up. So I've got a great topic, 5 ways to convert Facebook friends into customers. 5 ways. You got to see this. It's good. It will be good. I've actually run this topic before and people loved it. They absolutely loved it. But I'm opening it up, so that'll be on next week. So if you want to receive the booking link for that, so you can schedule it on your calendar, you just say yes in the chat box here, and I will make sure that you get the link and you'll get an invite. You'll get a personal invite from me. It's free. 5 ways to convert Facebook friends into customers. It's a great topic. I think very relevant for many of the people who are on this call. All right, let's see what we got here. See if there's anybody else. Gene, good suggestions. Great, thanks, Gene. By the way, I won't play anything because the guitar's out of tune. I need new guitar strings, so I got to sort that out. Hey, hi Doreen. Haven't seen you for about a week, so it's great to see you in there again. Yeah, Dan, just missed most of your call, but it's being recorded. You didn't miss any music. I need to tune the guitar. I've only not long pulled it out of its case after being in hibernation for 2 years. All right. So the reason why I stopped playing the guitar, because I have been playing on and off for many years, is because I started to develop a little bit of pain in my finger, a little bit of arthritic pain. So I'm hoping that a little natural remedy will fix that problem. I can start again. So I'm looking forward to that. But it needs a bit of a polish up, needs new strings. This is my baby. It was $1,200 when my wife bought it for me. And that was decades ago. Very expensive. I was saying to somebody the other day that 10 years ago, someone offered me $5 grand for it and I turned them down. And I wouldn't take 10 grand for it today. It's a bit of a classic. It's a classic jazz guitar from Yamaha, made with Californian redwood and all that. So, but I'll start practicing, and when I'm back up to scratch, I'll play you a tune or something like that. It's all good fun, eh? Jason, hi Jason. Jason, now here's a good example before we close off. Oh yeah, Doreen, 7th birthday party for 30 kids. Wow, that keep you busy. Yeah, well, you've got so many kids you got to look after. I know your situation pretty well. Jason, actually, Jason has got a great story. He's a guy who kind of struggled with online marketing for quite a period of time. And just this morning, he's made another sale. How about that? Just on Facebook. A few days ago, he made another sale, and he's making other sales elsewhere as well. So Jason is really nailing this Facebook organic way of doing business at the moment. So yeah, it's great to see you on the call. All right, folks. Well, I think we might end it now. I have an appointment to do, so I better go and help this lady. And we shall see you on the next call. I won't be doing one tomorrow because I have a training webinar to do for some of my people. And but the next Facebook Live will be on Friday, my time, Thursday night for my American and Canadian and Mexican friends. All right. Okay. Just any quick questions? No. Okay. Yep. Thanks, Jason. Great to help. Great, Michael. Thanks, mate. Okay, see ya. Bye-bye. Have fun. I'll try and practice later today once I get these new guitar strings added. All right, see ya. Bye-bye. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.